I'm going to be honest with you. I hate these days.
Yeah.
You know, I do. They suck. I mean, it's a horrible situation. You got, well, total of 17, 2 dead, 14 injured, 3 adults, 14 kids, 3 adults, and a wackadoo. I am reading some of this stuff, man. Wow, if this is indeed whatever this person is, and again, I don't like to use their names, just an absolute nut job. Why don't they ever take themselves out first and then try that on, see how that goes?
That's my biggest question.
You know, you're angry at the world. Okay, what these kids do to you?
Yeah.
What exactly they do to you? What did this 8-year-old and 10-year-old little kid do to you that caused your life so much pain? Just insane.
It's just evil, man.
It is.
It's evil.
It is an absolute. It is. It is crazy. And yet not only have you destroyed other people's lives, you've killed people, you've put people in who knows what position in the recovery that they're going to have. Top of that, now your family has to deal with umpteen questions and answers they'll never be able to answer, even if they have this, because they probably didn't know. He thought he had cancer, lung cancer, because he's been vaping for a little bit, and he was past go. He couldn't be stopped.
Good grief.
He's been vaping for a few years, and he's pretty sure he's got lung cancer. Didn't want to die in the bed, rotting away at a hospital.
So I figured I'd go out and kill a bunch of other people.
Yes, because apparently those little kids made you vape. They're persuasive. I don't get the take a whole bunch of people with you. Like, if you're in a war, okay, I get that. They're coming for you. You're coming for them. You kind of get the way this goes. Going out in the blaze of glory. This is not that. This is cowardly, to say the least. And again, and I was telling Bell, too, this is the other thing. Because Bell tweeted something because he's a stirrer of stuff. You are a stirrer, dude.
Well, it just goes to what you're probably about to talk about, where there's all these assumptions that have no facts to go with.
No. Everybody wants to be like the rightest of rights. I got to be right. I got to be the first one. So you go on and
what I tweeted out was that the shooter was a trans-Islamic Albanian conservative, which is ridiculous. And so are all the other assumptions about this.
But you hit all the stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because so can I go on there? And I'm telling Bell, the first one is this person. The second one is a guy that's from Somalia that used to be a pirate but now lives in Minnesota. The third one is a gangbanger. The fourth one is some guy from the former Soviet Union that was supposedly an altar boy at the church. And it's so amazing because everybody's like, oh, that person should go to hell. That person's evil. And I'm like, you're putting people's pictures up. You have no idea who's done anything. Because this want to be first, not be right, not know anything. Because the clicks, the likes, the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
And it's sad. It is absolutely sad. And the hell is going on in society? How are we not getting to some of these people just a smidge earlier? You didn't know, Mom and Dad? Your friends didn't know? Because in your little thingy, if this is your stuff, you got a lot of friends. Nobody knew? It's just siblings, mom, dad. Did say that to my siblings, I am sorry forever tainting the rest of your lives. Your careers, lives, and relationships will all be turned upside down. Please hold on to who you are, not who I am. Change your names if you must.
Yeah, you guys go through all that trouble, but don't expect me to do something different.
Because you got cancer. Or don't. Just insane. And again, this is if, but there is a lot of stuff out there that is that person. And how do you get to that point? And again, how do you get to that point where you have to take it out on the world and the innocent? It's vile. It is. It's vile and disgusting and evil, but there's no doubt mental illness plays a huge role in this. Once again, how'd you get so many guns? You weren't 50 and had guns for 30 years. You're 21 or 22. Just a horrific thing, you know?
It's another instance of somebody wanting to hurt other people so that they have their name written in infamy.
Yeah.
So that they have a certain amount of immortality via their death.
And then maybe somebody can ask, I wonder what was wrong with so-and-so, that he felt or she felt or they, them felt so bad that they had to go out and do this. I wonder what happened in society. And again, if this is indeed the person's, and it looks like, I mean, it's somebody's and it's from that video, but I don't know if it is or not. Says in there at the bottom, PPS, I wouldn't recommend you read any of my journals unless you really want to. You've been warned. Disgusting, no doubt. And then it becomes political because that's all it takes is 2 seconds for somebody to come out and go, we should get rid of every bullet and gun in America. Well, it's not going to happen. Why is that the answer? And look, we got way too many guns that are unaccounted for and way too many wackadoos who can get a hold of it. But that genie's out of the bottle, so that ain't going to happen. It's easier to find the wackadoos than it is to try to get every gun that's out there. No doubt about that. Mayor Frey.
Think of this as if it were your own. Every one of us needs to be wrapping our arms around these families, giving them every ounce that we can muster. These were Minneapolis families. These were American families. And the amount of pain that they are suffering right now is extraordinary. And don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground.
And they're never going to get a chance, 2 of them at least, ever again, because somebody decided to take their anger and hatred of the world for them being born. It's what it is. It's a revenge to the world on whatever crap that you think you need to get revenge on because God or whoever didn't give you all the things you dreamed of, needed, and wanted, and now you must make everybody else suffer for that. Everyone else. And like I said, I'm not using the name. This is what we're being told. It's kind of everywhere now that this is the person, but they're not announcing it. But this would be a big swing and a miss by a lot of people I trust if this was not the person. Don't you think, Ken? Because there's a lot of this everywhere.
Yeah, there's it's all over social media.
Yeah. So, and again, the writings are nutty. And another Catholic school, too. Thus, you got to ask the question, did he go there? Did something happen when he was there? But let's just say something. Let's just say something horrible happened when he was younger and he went there. It gives you no right to kill other people who've done nothing to you. Okay, this wasn't some revenge tour because maybe something happened to you way back in the day. You're pissed and angry at the world. Why? Because potentially you were assigned something that was the wrong thing at birth? That's for the gender people out there. Is that it? Again, the bizarre situation of this turning the gun. Turn it on yourself, right? Then everybody can sit around the house, and instead of hating your guts and you making your family's life a living hell, turn it on yourself, and then everybody could go, what could we have done different? Now they've got to answer questions, and like you said in your little manifesto there, their lives are turned upside down.
And clearly that person was okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to ruin your life, I know, but hey, too bad.
Yeah, sorry about that, because he supposedly has cancer, which, that was...
Which would have been a self-imposed sentence anyway.
Yes, totally. Just insane. It is. Whatever happened to Crazy? Chris Rock was right. Whatever happened to Crazy? Well, the problem is Crazy's got access to too much, and Crazy seems to be on every corner. Why is that?
And they don't seem to be getting any help.
They don't. And this, it's when you walk by somebody on the street, somebody's homeless, somebody's talking themselves. Those people, can they wig out? Yeah. Do I worry about one of them picking up a gun and doing something? No. But do I worry about them doing something crazy where they hurt themselves, somebody else? Yeah. This person here has all the access by all accounts to probably find the help they needed. And that's it. So, said he had a twisted mind and he wanted to fulfill a final act that's been in the back of his head for years. That's just, he wanted to escape the world, escape from the constant bills, the blankety jobs, the blankety people, and the injustice of America. Blame you. Oh, we're blaming you because the actions were your own. Little kids going to school, going to mass on a Wednesday, first week of school. Just diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. So we're going to have more about this throughout the day. We're not going to just touch on this. We got some other stuff as well, but, this will be coming in and out. What we do know is, as far as we can tell, and again, these things they change so fast. This is a doctor at one of the hospitals talking about who came into said hospital that they were at.
We received a total of 11 patients from this incident. 2 of them were adult patients, 9 pediatric patients. 4 of them required the operating room. And up to this point in time, there have been no fatalities related to any of those patients that were brought to our organization.
So what we know is 2 children have passed, 14 children and 3 adults injured, total of 17 that are still alive and 2 that are dead, and the shooter as well, which I don't count because that's just an awful person and should have done that first before he did anything else.